Inside every pregnant woman's body, an incredible organ forms that exists for just 9 months, the placenta. But here's something fascinating that many people don't realize. While the placenta grows inside the mother's body, it's actually the father's genes that primarily drive its creation. Our story begins at conception, when sperm meets egg. The fertilized egg contains genetic material from both parents, but not all genes are used equally. As the fertilized egg divides and travels to the uterus, it forms a structure called a blastocyst, a hollow ball of cells with an inner cell mass that will become the baby. The outer layer of this tiny ball, called the trophoblast, is where something remarkable happens. These cells primarily use the father's genes through a special process where certain genes are turned on or off. This process means that certain genes are activated or silenced, depending on whether they came from the mother or father. In the case of the placenta, the father's genes take the lead. Around day 6 after fertilization, these cells that are influenced by the father's genes guide the blastocyst to implant into the mother's uterine lining. These cells from the father's side are notably aggressive. They rapidly multiply and burrow deep into the mother's tissue, behaving almost like controlled tumor cells. This invasive quality is thought to come from the father's genetic influence, as the placenta works to secure the best possible blood supply for the developing baby. The trophoblast cells form finger-like projections called villi that reach into the mother's blood spaces, creating more surface area for nutrient exchange. Meanwhile, the mother's body responds by increasing blood flow to the area. Blood vessels develop within these villi, eventually connecting to the baby's circulatory system through the umbilical cord. This creates a sophisticated interface where the mother's blood and baby's blood come extremely close but never actually mix, separated by just a few cell layers. Oxygen and nutrients from the mother's blood pass across to the baby, while waste products from the baby pass back to be eliminated through the mother's system. The placenta also produces essential hormones that maintain the pregnancy and prepare the mother's body for birth and breastfeeding. Perhaps most remarkably, this organ created by the father's genes somehow prevents the mother's immune system from rejecting the developing baby, which contains DNA from the father. By week 12, this father-initiated organ is fully formed, though it continues to grow throughout pregnancy, eventually weighing about 1/6 the weight of the baby. This elegant biological arrangement creates a fascinating balance. The father's genes drive placental development to maximize resources for his offspring, while the mother's body regulates how much it will provide. The placenta also acts as a partial barrier, protecting the baby from some harmful substances, though not all toxins can be filtered out. As pregnancy progresses, the placenta ages and eventually signals that it's time for birth. After the baby is born, the placenta detaches from the uterine wall and is delivered as the afterbirth, having completed its vital life-sustaining role. Medical professionals often examine the placenta after birth, as its condition provides valuable information about the pregnancy and baby's health. This incredible organ primarily developed from the father's genetic instructions, but nourished by the mother's body, represents a remarkable example of biological cooperation between both parents to create new life. The amazing placenta, the father's biological contribution to pregnancy, and one of nature's most fascinating temporary organs.